Welcome to Holiday Tracker. Now, this is going to be our first sort of demo tracker. This is where I'm going to show you, give you a little demonstration, exactly what we're going to be doing for the Holiday Tracker. This is a lot more formal than the last video I had up and that stuff like that. However, Holiday Tracker is designed to keep you ahead of the holiday season. As we've discussed, the holiday season brings forth a lot of times of uncomfortableness and a lot of holiday spirit. This is designed to track and show you where all those troubling holiday activities are occurring. And what I thought I'd do today, because I've explained a lot about what Holiday Tracker does, through the commercial, we're going to give you an actual demo. And I hope you watch those Easter night demonstrations because they're really, really good. I have the videos up where you can see just where the holiday, see past trackings. So these are actual things that happened in the past. We're actually the tracker. But now I'm going to do a track, sort of an official one. This is going to be the first one that I've done. But not the official one, the first one, but we're going to do a demo on a previous holiday thing, or previous holiday tracker frame. I'm going to explain what types of things are going on in that frame. So let's get started. This is the normal mode for a holiday tracker. Now, where you see these colors, this basically the color scale represents how intense the holiday activity is. Now, you see these annotations for this because I can't show you the actual pen and things that I'm actually doing, but again, well, you see this is an actual picture from November 29th, 2008, and colors, you see on the bottom of your screen right about here. This represents the scale of intensity. So when you see the blue colors, that's just a trace of holiday activity. When you see these green, that's some decent light amounts, noticeable amounts, significantly noticeable amounts of holiday activity. Meaning you can see that the holiday season is present. Where you see where the yellows and oranges, that is where we are seeing more moderately occurring holiday activity. This means that, they're really getting into the holiday spirit, but in a noticeable way, pretty significant, pretty getting intense. And where you see the red colors, which you see on here, are indicating where there is some strong holiday activity, very intense. You need to worry about that. And so right up in the Hartford area. And now these purple colors you see, that represents some extreme holiday activity. And we don't have any on the map for this particular day, but they have been on. That's when, we can start seeing some big abstraction and a lot of holiday cheer, much more intense than just, putting out some decorations. And of course, you get this black fading to white. Those are over extreme. That means they're over and top. They're real intense. So no better way to demonstrate this than 29th. I believe it was the day after Thanksgiving, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is the day after Thanksgiving. And we'll start in on some of, holiday activity occurring statewide from, New London area, even though they're seeing a trace activity. You see the blue, trace intense amounts of holiday activity. When you get into the city area, they get a little more intense. They start celebrating, some more decorations, a lot more people around. And it's occurring statewide. You see the green, so, a lot of people heading out for shopping. Where you see those yellows and oranges, that's where a lot of shopping centers are big and open with Black Friday stuff. And that means people are buying presents, getting into that holiday mood, intense holiday music, and all that stuff that's going on, some of the outlets. And where you see the red, that gets real intense. Hartford, which had their Festival of Light thing that day, and there was lots of singing and stuff like that. that. So you notice some darker red showing up there. And since Hartford area, a lot of shopping centers take place, you can see that there's some dark oranges and some red showing up right in the malls in that area. Not to say that there isn't holiday activity going on in the mall area, Meriden, and of course notice this little speck of red right over here. That is East Haven, and they get real intense when it comes to the holiday season. And notice down here a lot of yellow, so a lot of intensifying holiday activity, and that is based on New York influence. New York so strong for holiday activity that, you know, they just wipe out everything, and some of that blows off, especially in the Fairfield County. You got those rich people districts, and of course one little speck of yellow over Mystic area, and then another more significant round up into the Willimantic, just east of Willimantic, up 395. So basically that's what happens, and that's what we're going to be showing you. We're showing you right where the intensity of holiday activity is occurring, why we think it's so intense. This is a normal mode, which shows you just holiday activity. It doesn't differentiate anything, it just shows you. Next I'm going to demonstrate the holiday mode, or the religion mode. This is going to show you the intensity of the religious aspects of the holidays coming in. In a holiday mode, you know, not all holiday activity is the same, and this is going to differentiate between, you know, whether it's more holiday activity and just winter festivities, you know, Santa, gift giving, stuff like that. This is going to differentiate when it's more Christmas and more religious activities. So it's pretty much the same, so there shouldn't be too much explanation going on. This was from December 13th of last year, so we're actually using actual holiday activity. Right up around here, Hartford area, very intense, but also notice you have your regular secular legend right here, which is basically the same as you saw earlier. The blues, the less intense, the white, the purple, the most intense, but you see something called the religious scale, and where you see those different kinds of, you know, pinks and stuff like that. Right here, up to the northwest of Torrington, that's where there was some religious activity going on at the time, and the white. But there's a difference between the white that you see, which we'll be discussing more when it happens, right there, which is secular, and white you see here, which is moderate, you know, significant religious activity, and then when it gets progressively bluer tint, bluish grayish tint, whatever you want to call it, down to a blue, that's in extreme religious activity, so it differentiates. And then there's the brown scale. That's what we call the mixture mode. That's both secular and religious, and they can kind of mix together, and they can kind of get real bad because you get sort of secular blending with religion, and it's just not quite right. And you see that by those brown colors. And you see these little spinny things. They were spinning. Those are mix monitors. They show up when a specific action mixture is happening. And we'll discuss that more in a later video. Now, I understand that this may be a little bit boring for you, but I hope one thing to get the real feel of just how enthusiastic we can get during this holiday season and this holiday tracker. You want to watch that holiday tracker preview during Easter time. We get me and one of the supporters get real into it, so you can really see how interesting this tracker can get. Well, I hope you enjoyed the holiday tracker demo that I'm showing you right now, and yeah, so we're going to discuss. This basically shows how intense the holidays feel, and you know, we'll be discussing all the feelings aspects and emotional aspects in our first edition of Holiday Tracker. You know, hopefully next week we'll do this for real, and we'll actually show you, we're not quite sure on our recording abilities yet, exactly how intense the holidays have